Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time for a greedier in run here on the channel. Thank you all so much for all the support here. We had another video crossing 3,000 likes now with the impending announcement tomorrow happening for the like streak goal. Thank you all so much. It's been an up and down week. We had a decent runs, then going on into a really, really bad run, and then we're exploding with good runs here. So I figured, why not? It's Saturday, and it's also possible that some people may have never even seen a greedier run before, especially on my channel, just because we flat out just don't play it at all, because it is greed mode on unfun mode. So before we get into that, here's your meme of the day / artwork of the day / if you know, you know of the day, sent in here from the Invicta subreddit by Holy Spider. And then on the thread, they said, inspired by the stream today. Thank you, Ilias. Yeah, if you don't know who Ilias is, you need to be tuning into the Tuesday live stream. So thank you very much, Holy Spider, and everyone who uploaded that. I cannot believe it took less than a couple hours to make that. I guess in a couple hours after the stream. I mean, I have no idea how long it took Holy Spider to make that itself. It's good art. Tango, Quebec, Alpha, November, Romeo, Kilo, Papa. All right, so we got to be locked in here. We've got good tears rate to start with. Really good tears rate, actually. 4.46, and also, let me get down, which, yeah, we're going to be looking to get rid of that pretty much immediately. So, what is the difference between greed and greedier? Greedier is extremely, extremely tough. If you don't have a good Eden start, which thank God we have a good Eden start right now, you're going to get cooked really quickly. It is essentially greed mode, except you get less money, which means you get less items, and there's also a second ultimate phase of ultra greed. So you might be wondering, well, what is the point of playing it? That's a good question. I wish I could tell you. Other than getting the achievement, there really is no point other than the challenge of it all. And we've been kind of knocking it out of the park lately with these challenge runs. Pretty much kicked off in the last couple of days here towards the end of this week by the judging of Isaac of Isaac's Heart. So that was kind of the inspiration. I was like, why not? You know. And there are some people who enjoyed seeing the Isaac's Heart judging of Isaac on the main YouTube file here, and some people didn't. And I can definitely see both ways, and I don't want to go off too much of a tangent here, but I will say that Judging of Isaac is not necessarily about using the YouTube save file or winning or anything like that. We are simply just trying to showcase the item itself. It's more about the item and not really about winning or losing the runs. So we'll see. We'll see. But enough people wanted me to do it on the YouTube save file, and I just figured, you know, if enough people were asking, then why not? But then an almost equal amount of people were talking about how they didn't like it, that it was on the YouTube save file. They felt that like it limited my choices, which I could definitely I can understand. So thank you all again for the feedback on everything here on the channel. I'm super excited that we're having a new like streak goal. I am going to abandon, for now anyway, the no C's challenge. So the like streak goal will be changing imminently. So keep an eye out for that. I'll announce it probably tomorrow. All right, so keys are going to be a pretty big importance here. We have a solid damage up with Glass Eye. I don't know if we're going to get enough money to buy the key and Glass Eye. And yes, if you might be thinking like, well, it's only 20 cents. How can you not get 8 cents from the boss wave? This is greedier. Greedier is on a totally different level of ridiculousness. So you got to remember that. But much like a lot of things in Isaac, is there any point to playing greedier after you've already gotten all the completion marks for all the characters? My official answer is no. There is no point. Other than if you just want to play hard mode and you like fighting Ultra Greed Phase 2, go for it. It's an extremely dangerous fight if you don't have a good build. And it overall is... it takes all the fun out of greed. So if you had fun playing greed, you will not have fun playing greedier. It's just for the challenge bozos out there. Okay, so we barely had enough to get Glass Eye here, which I am going to take because there's a quality HP. It is a quality damage upgrade for us. We had Tech X, which is I'm going to take it. You need all advantages that you can get. By the way, notice how Champion Famine did not drop us a Soul Heart. They don't drop like that naturally in Greed, so just be aware of that. We got Tech X here, which is nice. Movement speed is also nice here. Our movement speed is bad. Purgatory is also very good. I am going to take flying. Flying kind of opens up things in greed mode. It allows you to get into the greed. It allows you to get into the curse room for half price, and also allows you to get stuff like this, which is very, 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 very strong. I may bomb that keeper to try to get an extra 5 cents, maybe. We only have one bomb for me to really work with right now, and that is, there's way too many possibilities for where the secret room could be. I'm gonna hedge my bets here and try to get a nickel, and we got one. Okay, good. So we can buy a key on the next floor if there's not one that I can fly over to. So this is a promising start, but it's still greedier. We got to be careful. We go on to last week's question of the episode here, coming in from the absolute strongest possible start run. This one was sent in by Hendrix Gaming 926, new member of the YouTube Mosh Pit, the paid Mosh Pit as well. Thank you very much, Hendrix. And they said, question of the episode, how would you feel about a new milk item? I like the name Goat Milk that removes the tiers cap and maybe gives you a standard tiers upgrade as well. I am all for that. Of course I'm going to be all for that. Anything that can help the player get stronger in a not super overpowered state, but in a way that's fair, I'm all for. It's a great idea. Man, we're gonna be able to get Pandora's box right here and just get ourselves a boss item and 2 soul hearts. I'm probably, of course, it's another range upgrade. I'm probably gonna wait on the soul hearts until we're ready to go for the devil deal, and smart fly is not bad either. I would love something like that. Anything that would passively just flat out remove the tiers cap is really, really, really strong. The locked chest in here. I don't want to use Let Me Get Down because Let Me Get Down is it can be actually very deadly, especially if you get Isaac's Heart, which I am not giving the game any chance to screw us over with RNG this week, especially this week. Although, of course, yesterday was an anomaly, and I think May went from one of the worst months that we've had in 2025 to, I guess it has to be considered for one of the better ones, because we had 2 Omega runs in 1 week. I don't think that's ever happened. The Mosh Pit archivists will have to confirm that with me. I would like to see stuff like that. Something that would be a quality 4 item that breaks the tiers cap, just flat out removes it, and also drops a tiers upgrade, or maybe itself just has a passive upgrade. I'm all for. Sign me up for that, coach. Been seeing here Tech X doing work, and thanks to all the range upgrades, we can hit from essentially across the room without ever having to move. I'm glad that we picked up flying. That was a good pickup here because we needed the movement speed. The mobility is also going to aid us in keeping us safe. We can basically freeze both of the Monstros here. I know, Monstro. Fascinating, isn't it? There we go. Okay, so now we're going to take the soul hearts. As much as I would like to roll, I'm not going to. Let's wait to see what the devil deal gives us. Resources are so much more important and greedier. We got one. Now this Mega Maw over here can still hit us, as you see right there. So all we really have to do is just stay back. There we go. Lump of Coal would be amazing for this build. The Guppy's Hairball. You could take Sack Altar for possible future use, but that's a speculative pickup. And so really is the Guppy's Hairball. It's not going to help us that much. It is a Guppy item, though. It's only 1 HP. I'm going to take Guppy's Hairball. I'm going to fade the Sack Altar for now. I'm still not going to use a reroll because it's possible we may overuse our money and then roll into something that we just don't care about. So I'm going to fade on that. We can bomb the bomb beggar or the charge beggar, especially after you just stole my penny. We got a key, so that saves us 5 cents. It's good. Good. I could go open up that golden chest, but I'm going to fade that as well. Get a meat and HP upgrade. Very good. Ekodama is not one of my favorite items. It doesn't do enough damage for me to consider taking it, and it also tends to pull enemies closer to Isaac, and that's not good. Now, if it had a native piercing effect and spectral effect, that would help ease that danger of stuff being drawn to Isaac, I would consider it. More movement speed and range is fine. Ooh, there we go. Synth oil is what we want, baby. You may notice that we're only getting 1 cent per wave when we usually be getting 3 or 4. And that's greedier, baby. I guess we're just going to do this wave again. All damage is bad, but especially bad. It's double bad and greedier. And all items, you have to be so much more strategical in your economy. The damage is still doing. I guess we're just repeating all waves in this wave. That is one of the more dangerous waves. If you happen to leave those white skulls up in between waves, they are going to stick around for the until you clear the room. Latchkey is not bad either. That gives us a luck upgrade, a soul heart, and 2 keys. It is essentially extra value. A soul heart would normally cost 5 cents. 2 keys would cost 10 cents. That's 15 cents right there. And we also get a bonus luck upgrade. That's a pretty good value investment there. You got to treat greedier, and greed really, especially greedier, as a penny save is a penny earned. And if we're saving 5 cents on a key that we would have bought anyway and needed to buy anyway, then technically whenever we get a free key, that gives us 5 cents. In the rhetorical sense of the saying. So I say let's pick up Latchkey now because we're going to need the soul heart for a devil deal. I knew it. I freaking knew it, dude. We're not going to get 11 cents to get growth hormones, and that's the danger. And also part of the annoyance of greed mode as well is rolling into an item or uncovering an item that you can't afford guarantees that you will never see that item again. Which is the reason why you'll frequently see me wait and not go into like a membership shop in a regular Eden run, because I don't want to start eliminating good items that I can't afford anyway. Then all you've done is basically just screwed your future self out of getting a possibly game-changing run-ending run. I don't mind Nail here. Nail's going to give us a rechargeable damage upgrade. It is going to also give us a soul heart. Man, that sucks though. I don't think there's any way for us to possibly get this. Need 9 cents. We have 4 bombs, so we can at least check. Ooh. Okay. Come on now. 4 cents. We have enough bombs to check for the secret room. And we're pretty much guaranteed to find the secret room with this amount of bombs. Yeah, we know it's not there, so that helps us out. Better not be in the curse room game. It's got to be here. This is set up for it. Wow. That is... That is on brand with this week, I gotta say. For the downside, anyway. We would need exactly a nickel from this non-penny-eyed keeper to get growth hormones and spun. This is huge. Come on, game. We need 2 cents from a non-penny-eyed keeper. Non-head keeper. And yeah. Yep. 2 cents. The game just wanted us to have just enough. Oh, that stings. Just enough to give us hope and then rip it away from us. Blood rights is blood bad. We will take Midnight Snack and an Alga's Rune. That could be huge for us against Ultra Greed. Okay, we get another nickel here. It's good. Early reroll in this room would be fine. We don't need any more keys. Take a stab at it. Oh, let's go, baby. Eternal Heart. We'll take it. Oh, shizzle. It's just a flat-up damage upgrade. It gives us the Leviathan transformation as well. We got to take that. Damage is starting to look okay. 9.43 is definitely above average. I'd say way above average from where we usually are at this stage of the game. We will be more than happy to have that. Leviathan transformation would have given us flying anyway, but we wouldn't have the associated movement speed. Of course, it also gives us 2 soul hearts, which are invaluable at this point. So notice how fast the waves are coming here too. That is another product of us being in greedier. Of course. It could not have been more instantaneous. It's like, oh, we get to have half of a soul heart, and then literally this blood clot damaged us and took it away from us. So I don't think that kind of luck just doesn't exist for many people. It's unbelievable how those little examples of Sinvicta luck are just, they're so frequent. It's just, man, makes you feel cursed sometimes. 15 cents. Mom's Key doesn't help us here at all, and I don't want Fat on Mushroom because it lowers our movement speed. First Chariot, it could be okay, but it's not what we want. We're not going to need the Alga's Rune right now. I don't know what this wave is, dude. This is ridiculous. Also, Stain still being alive is also bad. You need to die. And if we don't get a Guppy out of here, we can pretty much just give up on Guppy. We could go for another basic HP upgrade. Use the reverse Chariot card here. We paid money for it, so we might as well get a free boss kill out of it. Abadabba Ding Dong gives us more movement speed and damage. Fear Tears don't really matter. Okay, 20 cents. We could just load up. We could get full HP here, which is not a bad idea either. Because at least we're getting something for the money, or we can wait. See what's in the reception area down here. Nothing. We would go to 0 balance, but we would have full HP. I would argue we don't need the HP that badly right now. We have an Algis rune and we also have the nail. So let's go down to the next floor and see if we can get hooked up here with a premium item. I freaking knew it, dude. I didn't even want to say it because I was going to say as long as we don't get screwed by Curse the Blind. And then there you go. It was just a matter of time. I'm glad we got that extra movement speed here. These waves have been hellacious. Been diabolically bad. And the game just randomly spawned Bighorn here on a non-boss wave. This floor was ridiculous. I'm not even gonna go in the shop. There's no point in there. Well, I will go in the shop, but I'm not gonna buy anything. Curse of the Blind just kills the floor in greed mode. Only under the most extreme level of desperation will I buy something blind in a greed fight, in a greed mode run. Because it really is truly the game just saying screw you. The bigger problem is now we don't know what Devil Deal we're going to take, so even if there is a Guppy item on here, we'll never know. Dude. Got 2 Super Sloths and 1 Super Pride. Or Ultra Pride, I should say. Got to use that. Yeah, dude. We just can't. Yep. There's no chests or anything. So I knew it. I just knew it. There you go. There you go, Greedier. If anything, at least this shows you Greedier in its natural habitat. Back-to-back Curse the Blinds on the final 2 floors is standard. And I'm not even mad about it because you just kind of expect it. So this is our final build that we're going in with here. We're going to float 44 cents for the greed machine. Unless there's soul hearts or something in the shop. Yeah. The writing was on the wall as soon as we saw that growth hormones and then got 2 cents short. I don't even know why I'm picking up money at this point. By God, it's triple by God. How's that one still alive? The HP bar was empty, sir. Got red champion carrying queen here. But you know how it goes here on this channel. Even through all the BS that Isaac put you through, we will persevere somehow, some way. Or die trying. Top off my HP here. If there's a full charge in the shop, I should buy it because at least it's going to give us the damage upgrade for the greedier fight. If it's a Krampus fight, that's fine. It's not. Oh, well, there we go. We don't have to buy a soul heart now. So there's a charge beggar. We get a double charge here, unless it automatically just immediately pays out. I won't hold my breath at this point. Didn't even give us a full charge. And here we go. Oh, look, no Curse of Blind. How kind of you, game. Well, we will at least have one full charge ready to go for the ultra greedier fight. Dodging has been pretty on point today. Feeling good about that. Oh, never mind. It doesn't give you a charge because, of course, why would a combat room give you 1 pip on your active item like every other mode? My bad. How bold of me to assume, game. I forgot that we change our rules depending on the day of the week that ends in Y. So phase 1 for greedier does not change at all. It's the same attack, same everything. It's phase 2 that becomes the issue. And the reason why we're holding on to our Algiz rune for so long, and we'll continue to do so. You want to pick up the coins that Greed drops, regardless of the source, because he will heal off of it. The more value he picks up, the more he heals, and it's not an insignificant amount of HP either. Which is why getting hit by the greed heads is always bad, the head of the keepers here, because they always make you drop coins. And they're essentially just healing ultra greed with your damage. Okay. Okay, Greed. So notice how much he's healed back, picking up a couple pennies, and also, of course, regenning his HP through his hearts. This is only phase 1. And he's just going to keep spamming his HP heals, apparently, this Greed. Smart flies on him. This is why you don't want to have Fear Shot either, by the way, because it just makes him freak out. Essentially buffs him. You need to kill the ads first before we go to phase 2. The real fight doesn't even begin until phase 2. Great block by Guppy's Hairball. Here we go, round 2. This is where it gets serious. Been a while since I fought Ultra Greedier. Gotta be careful of the Brimstone Bombs. Gotta be careful of his Ipecac Tears hitting the back of the wall. Because now his tears explode, because of course they do. And he also does this, which also does Ipecac Tears and Fissures. Oh yeah, they also drop coins too. Didn't see if the Brimstone attack already happened or not. You cannot sit by the wall fighting Ultra Greedier. You cannot sit by the wall, because they will explode behind you. They will explode behind you and still hit you. So There's essentially no safe place to stand in this fight. We got to lock in because we're not even halfway done yet, and we're taking a lot of damage. Has to be expected with fissures and bombs and keys and... All right, utilize our range to our advantage the best we can here. We got to get away from this wall, though. Never, ever, ever cross under his shadow. And there we go. So we didn't even have to use the Algiz rune. And let's see how much we can deposit here. A 1% chance of breaking. Let's see. So there we go, everybody. Greedier mode is down, and hopefully this gave you a really good idea as to why it is really challenging, to say the least. It's challenging because it is hard, but it's also a sort of an inflated challenge because obviously the game does limit the amount of income you get, but that's Greedier for you, baby. And despite having back-to-back Curse the Blinds on the end game floors, we still managed to come out on top thanks to our damage, which was above average at that point for a greed run anyway, but also, of course, TechX being the big MVP. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, leave a comment down below, and thank you, everybody, coming over all the new subs from the YouTube Shorts as well. We've been experimenting with some promotion stuff, and it seems to be going very well so far. So welcome to the Mosh Pit. If you enjoy my daily content here, you want to see more daily content for Isaac, for other games as well, then make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell. Have a great weekend, everybody, and of course, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some pages of mine like Raphael Lindemann, Oliver Wendt, and Dina. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of tonight's episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.